Your drawings will never be the same after this. If you struggle to make your art look solid in 3D, look no further, as I'm here to fix that completely. We're tackling 3D forms in space, starting with boxes and cylinders in 3-point perspective. This is the ultimate exercise to train your brain to think in depth, structure and confidence, all of which makes massive difference to your art. And here's the deal. If you stick with me until the end of this video, I'll give you one bonus trick that'll make sure your perspective never looks wrong again. So grab your sketchbook, a pen, yes, a pen, no erasing today, and let's dive in. Drawing a box in 3-point perspective. The best way to understand perspective is to build a form step by step. Start by drawing a T shape. This represents the top and the middle of the box. Next, add one side of the box. This is your first indicator of where the form sits in space. Now, we build the rest of the box by drawing the lines that go away from the viewer, aiming towards 3 vanishing points. This part is crucial. If your lines don't proceed properly, your box will look warped. To really lock in the 3D feel, lightly shade one face of the box. This simple step instantly clarifies depth and makes your drawing more readable. Add a dotted line for the hidden sides. This helps you see the full form, even when parts are obstructed. Here's a quick tip. Once you've drawn your box, grab a colored pen and ruler and analyze your boxes. Check if the angles and perspectives feels correct and all gravitate towards the same vanishing point. All these lines need to converge to one point equally. Are your sides balanced? Does it feel like it's sitting in space naturally? This is where you can start training your eye to spot mistakes fast. And don't just stop at this one. Fill a whole page with boxes. There are the angles. Experiment with different T shapes and push your comfort zone. The more you do this, the more natural your drawings will look 3D. If you're finding this helpful so far, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're serious about improving your drawing skills, make sure you subscribe and don't miss any future exercises like this one. Now we've got boxes down, let's take it a step further with cylinders, which are trickier, but just as important. Drawing a cylinder in perspective. The easiest way to draw a cylinder in perspective is to build it inside a box. This gives you structure and makes sure it sits correctly in space. Start by drawing a box like before. Now, inside the box, we're going to sketch 2 ellipses, one at the top and one at the bottom. You want to put horizontal and vertical lines through the center of these top planes. So 2 lines on the top and 2 lines at the bottom of the box. This helps you draw your cylinders and circles and ellipses in perspective. Once you've drawn your ellipses, simply connect them with smooth, confident lines. And boom, your cylinder is in perspective. If you're feeling extra bold, shade one side lightly to push the depth even further. And here's a challenge for you. Try drawing cylinders at different angles. Instead, try tilting them, rotating them. Get comfortable with how they move in space. Remember to draw your box like before in perspective. Draw your horizontal and vertical lines through the center of the top plane and the bottom plane. So at the top of the box and the bottom of the box, and then draw your circles or ellipses on the top of these boxes and then draw lines in between. Why using a pen is a game changer. If you're wondering why I said use a pen, here's why. No erasing means no hesitation. You commit to your lines and that builds confidence fast. If you make mistakes, that's fine. You'll learn to adapt and improve rather than relying on endless corrections. If you use a pencil for this exercise, you're at a disadvantage as you can keep correcting yourself, and as pen is permanent, you've just got to stick with your lines. You'll learn to adapt and improve rather than relying on endless corrections. The fastest way to get better is to keep moving forward. In fact, I challenge you to fill an entire sketchbook page today with these forms. And if you do, comment me below with how it went. I want to hear your progress. And the bonus tip is the flip trick. After you've drawn your boxes and cylinders, flip your sketchbook upside down. This forces your brain to see the shapes in a fresh way, and suddenly any wonky angles or perspective issues become super obvious. You can flip your sketchbook for any subject. For example, if you're drawing a portrait, a building, or a person, flip your sketchbook paper upside down to reveal the mistakes. It's a simple trick, but trust me, it works. So here's the challenge. Spend 10 or 15 minutes a day on these exercises. Keep it consistent, and in just a few weeks, you'll see a huge difference in your art. And if you're ready to take the next step, check out this video. It's the perfect follow-up to this lesson, and I'll see you on the next video.